Coming at you live.
We're live.
We're live. Well, hopefully there's some people out there. Hopefully Ed hasn't stolen everyone.
Is Ed doing a live thing as
Ed's
well?
doing a live one at the same time as well.
We're live.
Oh, really?
We are live.
We're live.
We might as well just have.
I expect at least Ben and Sam need to log in because I sat through like 4 hours of Sam
I know,
forgetting
right?
names
They don't
of
turn up.
He-Man the other day. Oh.
I also noticed as well, Josh
Ben's was
rapping.
well.
I think you missed time this one, didn't you?
No, I got 2 people involved. Hello, 2 people.
Is it 2? It says on my thing that 6 people are watching.
6. We.
Yeah, four of them are here.
You're probably counting us 4. We're YouTube famous.
You have to give it a minute. Give it a minute to warm up. Give it a few minutes.
Yeah, a few minutes for the abuse comes through.
Have you
are watching anyway?
I can already hear that mine is doing exactly what it did with that Dane guy. Like it works, and then it just goes. So I'm going to probably be gone soon.
Just keep trying to get back in.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Have you guys like shared it on your Facebook pages and that?
Yeah, I put it on. I'm doing it now. Dark Lycan, hello mate, how you doing? Brian Ripper, hello. Good evening to you as well. That sounds like such a cool bad guy name from like an 80s like beat 'em up game, isn't it? Bone Ripper. So cool. Right, I'll do some sharing.
I've shared it on the Toy Division Facebook page.
Tom's super quick at this, isn't he? It's like bang.
And I've shared it on the
professional.
Got loads of what?
So you're
heck. I've literally got my phone.
Yeah, I've got. I use my phone for the streaming, but I'm using a laptop to share and look at what's going on and who's talking and stuff. Enrique, what's going on?
Enrique, hello.
Let's just start chatting shit.
Yeah. Right. Welcome to the Toy Division live. Coming at you live. This is our first time we're doing this, so any hiccups or any problems, blame our guest speaker.
Yeah,
so we got Tom involved. Tom from Mr. Pizarro's Pieces. Also, obviously, on YouTube. So we're just going to chat toys. We've been talking for ages, actually, haven't we, boys, about doing a toy talk with the 4 of us. And typical us, we've just not got around to doing it. So here we are. So Matt Rush, hello, mate. Vic, everyone, Vic's in the chat. Best behaviour.
No swearing.
I guess you mean Vic and not Fistful Collectibles.
No, Vic, my Vic, the better looking Vic. We've lost Dan, but we'll come. We've already lost one. But he's coming back.
I was about to say what's happened to Dan.
He's gone. He'll be back in a bit.
And he's gone.
he was slugging you off, Andy, for being the first person to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Colin, mate, how you doing, buddy? Vic, let's see how long it takes till Andy's internet freezes. Well, Dan's won that.
Jesus Christ.
he's probably going absolutely mad at home right now.
I thought he was a bit quiet and he looked like he was just not moving. I was thinking, what's going on?
Well, I'm just gonna
invite him back.
I think he's got the link, so he should be able to come straight back in. Right, I'm just sharing it on the Facebook page.
Mine's definitely going to go.
Do you not need to let him in though, Aaron?
Yeah, I do, but he's there. He's added. Dan is back. Dan is back. What is going on?
Oh look, it's got a. Is he back?
I don't know.
I don't think he is.
He looks like a background character from Tiger King at the moment.
Andy about his
It's because he's in the toy room. That's the problem. He's in the 1G bar toy room.
yeah. Am I back?
No, you're
Can you hear me?
Yeah, just about. Yeah. No, he's at it, and
thing is, when we did one over on
Aaron,
Danester's
wait.
channel. Oh, he's here. Dane's in the chat right now. We did one on his, and he was
No idea
downstairs,
if anyone can
and it
hear
was
me.
perfect.
yeah, he's frozen. He's gone.
He's
You have to-
gone again.
Who, me or Dan?
No, you're
No,
fine,
you're
Andy.
right. You're still about. Andy's about. It's Dan's gone completely.
Dan's gone. We've lost Dan. This is so going well, guys.
5 minutes in and it's collapsed.
He's just, Matt Rush, hello mate, how you doing? Got a TV, yeah, I know, man. It was all going so well. Robert, hello mate, how's it going?
All I can see is just a frozen picture of him on here at a minute.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if I can just removed him for the time being. So while we have a bit of a it's Leo. Hello Leo, how you doing, buff? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna be chatting general stuff about toys, stuff we've added to the collection. Got a few questions written down. Might ask the boys some stuff. And obviously if you guys have got any questions, just throw them our way and we'll go through it. So we'll give Dan a bit of time to try and get back in.
Oh god.
Still in it because I can't hear you guys.
Yeah, Andy, you're in it.
Aaron, we might as well just go and just me and you, mate.
Just me and you. We'll just do it. Thing is, we'll have to ask a question, and Andy will answer in 10 minutes' time.
I'm going and trying to come.
Yeah.
The sunlight's making me look like an albino, apparently.
What's sunlight? It's like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's I've got window right here, and I've got lights behind here as well. That's probably what it is.
Yeah. See, I've got to walk careful because if I have too much light on, it all reflects off the glass. So Colin, I'm wondering if Dan's paid his internet bill. Yeah. Well, if he actually, the job he does, he should be well ahead of everyone in the technology stakes.
James has said to drop Andy in and out. It normally fixes the sound issue because Andy's obviously got a bit of a sound issue.
Right. We'll drop Andy out. He can come back in.
Leo saying, "Where's his invite?" By the way, you can be the special guest next time.
Yeah.
It'll only be you and Aaron because it seems like
none of the others can do it. Right. Dan has come back. Let's add him to this. Add him to it. There he is. We've got Dan.
I'm sitting on my bed.
We've lost Andy.
Right. So between us, we've got 3 bars, and if I use it, Andy's out.
Yeah. Right. Try Andy again. Andy.
Yeah.
Don't say anything wrong.
Highlight you.
We can see her.
Oh, he's back. Can you hear us, Andy?
Andy.
It's amazing. You can send a man to the moon and stuff. Can't get 4
can hear
dudes on a live stream.
I don't know if you guys can. I'm gonna go get a bit. Try to figure it out.
Aaron, are we down to 0 people watching again?
No, we've got 15 people watching. We got
what
Leo.
Are they watching? Me flap around trying to get internet, and Andy all like.
We've got yeah, you know it. I tell you what, I'm not inviting you 2 back.
That's
Tom's the reliable one.
Tom's pretty got a hard line, pretty got Ethernet. He knows what he's doing, mate. I'm walking around my laptop in my house.
So professional.
Oh, it's a disaster.
I'm using data on my phone, Dan.
Oh, I'm too tight for that, mate.
Yeah. Well, my internet's shocking here, and it'll always drop out, so it's easier for me to just do it. And every time I've streamed via my phone, it's always pretty much been all right. Picture's not the best, but
Well,
everything else is all right.
Aaron will back me up that I have my work phone, which is like a proper, you know, new school phone because I need a good phone. But my personal phone is an old Nokia. So
Oh, bloody hell.
I couldn't do anything with that even if I wanted to.
You could stick that on like that is actually part of the vintage He-Man line, isn't it?
That's right, mate. That's right. That's that came out as if you ate enough Frosties and you sent off tokens, you got that phone back in 1992. It was good.
So
Is Andy coming back then, or have we lost him?
Nah, start
Right, well-
without him, man.
Right. Okay. So, boys, how's toy hunting inside?
Go on, Dan, you go first.
Well, I've completed a few Toxic Crusader bits, which was good. People have helped me out with that. I've bought a few things on eBay and off Facebook groups, and it's all been fine. The only thing I bought, which turned up today, that I bought from Germany, it's the only thing I grabbed with me to move locations, is my new Rick Rude. Look at that bad boy. Oh yeah, he's got his sexy pants on. Yeah. So I'm quite happy with that.
The life of Dan. Rick
Yeah.
Rude.
But if I'm totally honest, mate, it's been as you know, I had to have a new boiler installed, which cost a couple of grand. So I was like, I need to sell some stuff. So I've been on a selling frenzy, and it's good. It's going well. I mean, it's a bit of a ball ache, like going to the post office and whatnot. And Tom, put your earmuffs on, mate. I've been selling Funko Pops, and wow, yeah, right, yeah, like some super nice guys, and you know, collectors are collectors, but most of the people on Funko specialist groups, they care more about the box than the actual figure, and it gets really particular, and I'm kind of losing the will to live. They're like, well, you know, it's not perfect, and I'm like, well, it's not perfect, and they're like, well, it's not mint, and I'm like, well, I want £8 for it, mate. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. Well, I'll give you 6, including postage. Don't worry about it. So I've been selling well, but I look forward to never having to deal with any Funko-y pop collectors ever again. I prefer selling them at shows because people just buy it and they look at it, and if they want it, they want it. But so yes, it's a mixed bag. Tom, how has your collecting been going?
Well, funny enough, you've been selling stuff. I bought something off you, ain't I, to add to my collection. So that's one of the few things that has come recently. So this is obviously Mick from Rocky, and I'm gonna open him up, let him breathe. I could do it. I could do it live on there, but we might get slated. You know, some people are very particular about opening toys and stuff.
Let him breathe, baby. Let him breathe.
Get him out.
Just like
I'm just gonna put Andy back in. Andy's coming in. Fingers crossed. Pray for Andy. Send in thoughts and prayers. There he is.
There he
Is
is.
it working?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems good.
Sorry. Right, so I think it's my phone. For some reason, the phone won't work with this site.
Right, okay.
When there's too many people in it, all I hear is feedback. So I've just had to turn on my old pad thing. Yeah, it seems to work. So yeah, we'll go from that.
Are you sure it's not that your shirt is so loud it blew your phone up?
Can't deal with
Hey,
it.
I was wearing a cowboy shirt. Claire was like, "No, you look like a gay cowboy." I was like, "What's wrong with that?" Now I'm trying to figure out where the camera is.
Carol Baskin.
That one's
Bitch, Carol
not
Baskin.
that one's
When
not
I heard
bad.
I might not be going back to work till June, I was like, I'm shaving the beard again, but she stopped me.
Right, sorry, Tom. Tom was mid telling us about what he's been up to.
Sorry,
yeah.
Open some vintage He-Man figures.
no vintage He-Man here.
Open it.
Shall I open it live on air? Shall I?
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, the freshness just in the face.
That's some
Wait.
proper AAA grade opening as well. Like when I try and open things on camera, I'm proper just like, you can't open.
I want to open something.
There we go.
Go.
Oh, where's my camera? There it is.
Yeah.
Rocky.
That is awesome.
He's right. I do like your Rocky collection. It's just now the prices are too expensive to even start.
it's quite minimal, and I picked up probably this was about 2 weeks into the quarantine. I picked up Mason the Lion Dixon, who was in Rocky Balboa, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's the guy who fights, no? Like the young champion. Yeah.
He's a professional boxer, isn't he? I can't think who it is now who plays him.
All I know is Floyd Mayweather. I don't know. Is that even his name? Floyd Mayweather.
As you can see, Andy's not the boxing type.
I'm not the sports type.
Well, he is into the next thing that I've picked up. So it's only literally been the last week or so that I've literally been buying. I've been really, really quiet in the last. How long has it been now since we've
7 weeks? 7 long weeks.
Yeah. I've barely bought anything. I bought this Legion of Doom t-shirt about a week ago, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to go start buying a few more bits. So I bought the Rocky figure off of Dan, and then I picked these 3 up off of website wrestlinguk.com or something. I can't remember. And one of my pals told me about it. But a couple of these, I think, were American exclusives at one point, or were Walmart exclusives or whatever. So I got Mean Gene.
Nice.
Well, Mean Gene Oakland.
Yeah.
These are all going to get opened. These are going to get opened as well.
He
So
was
these...
like, I watched. I know me and Andy and Dan. We sort of had a watching party on our phones while watching Money in the Bank. Was he the dude when they all met up at that food bit and he was just there eating a sandwich?
No, Mean Gene's dead, man.
Mean Gene died about 3 weeks ago, man.
I don't know. He just looked like him from there.
No, that was Brock Lesnar's man.
Oh, okay.
That was Paul Heyman, and
Yeah.
there was Brother Love was in the toilets. If you cared about that, but yeah. Tom, was it?
All these that I've bought, all these figures are all no longer with us, sadly, including obviously Mean Gene. Second one being the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, with the belt.
Yeah, nice.
And then last but not least, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Oh, legend.
Weasel.
The Weasel.
I know Dan's a big wrestling fan. I know Andy collects Hasbro's as well. So yeah. Someone's asked if I'm drinking White Lightning. No, I'm not. It's orange.
It's got to be Stu. Of course it is.
Stu, isn't it? Yeah, from Tootie.
You know it.
I'm just
drinking it out of a cup.
I've just clicked the button and seen that people are commenting. I've just thought we were chatting amongst ourselves for the last 10 minutes. Okay. Yes.
I've got a few earmarks, but we'll go through our pickups first.
Yeah. Tom, if you come across, or if anyone comes across a wrestling figure of EC3, I'm in need of one. If you come across it in your travels, EC3. He recently got let go, but I'm looking for the figure.
There's a TNA one, I think.
I don't know. I don't want a TNA one because it's rubbish. I want the WWE nice one, the FX mold one.
I think that's where he probably is going to end up back at TNA. To be honest with you,
I reckon he may go to AEW. Maybe we'll see. Or there'll be no wrestling ever again. We'll see.
The only wrestler I care about is Zack Ryder because he collects toys.
You know who I care about. He's also very, very dead. So, and
I also did care a bit about Seth Rollins. He changed his music, and now he's dead to me.
Well, he'll be taking some time off, mate, because he's got other things to take care of.
He's the real winner.
Oh, and his missus up the duff, isn't she?
Yeah. The title was in the. No spoilers if you haven't watched it.
Yeah. Someone's just commented that I'm sending a bomb to someone's house.
What?
Is that accurate?
Oh, that's Leo.
That's Leo, yeah.
Oh, Guyver Killer, yeah.
Yeah,
it's not
that's his weekend name, Guyver Killer.
That's
what he calls himself when he's pooning noobs on Call of Duty.
Poon. Dude, it's not a bomb. You'll love it or you'll hate it, but I don't care because I didn't send it to you. Hannah did. So, it's a present. It's a free present. So, whatever. Even if it's a bomb, it was free. Right. So, Andy, what have you been buying?
Apart from dodgy shit.
Yeah, adding to my collection of Hawaiian shirts. Now, this is really old, to be fair. But I've been decided while I was on lockdown to start doing the Bucky O'Hare after watching Theo, the Slimehouse TV. He did a review on Bucky O'Hare, and I was like, I really want to get some of those figures. So I've ended up pretty much getting the line, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to pick them up at shows because they're an easy line to pick up. They're cheap. They're not that expensive. But then it just started coming to me. So I was like, oh, crap, I can't really pass up the opportunity. But the Bugsy guys helped me out with 3 of them. Tremendous Toys grabbed. I got a few off of him as well. But I haven't got all of them.
Didn't you sell me about 5 of them less than a year ago?
Yeah. That's the annoying thing. I've had them all of them, but as I say, they're not like crazy expensive. But it's one of my favourite ones, Dead Eye Duck. And it was cool to get him with all his 4 different guns.
Great thing about Bucky figures is that apart from trying to get him with all the accessories, it's an easy thing to collect, isn't it? There's no stupid there's no like stupid rare figure that you're never going to find that's going to cost you £100.
You also often find them lurking in tubs with Ben 10 at car boot sales because they're the same colours.
Or turtles.
Or turtles, yeah.
They are cool. And probably up there with probably one of the best intros for a cartoon ever.
It is actually pretty sick.
If it's not better than X-Men, I'm not interested.
Oh, I think it is better than X-Men.
No,
it's not as catchy, but I think it's up there. It's up there. And I also managed to I don't know where the camera is on this stupid thing. But one more down on the Dark Crystal collection.
Who sent you that, mate?
Some dickhead. No. Dan sent it to the care package with a colouring book, which I'm slowly getting through.
You stayed inside the lines?
Yeah, but there's no sharpener. Run out of pencils.
It's colouring in like his Wi-Fi connection. It's shaky.
It was the phone. It's not who knew a Samsung product's better than an Apple product. I'm amazed.
I've been using Samsung like for the last 10 years. We've known it for ages.
I've had this tablet and I've never used it, and now I'm like, oh, maybe it comes in handy.
Handy.
Yeah, but yeah, and then I've got some. I had some more. I got some Greek Battle Beasts turn up as well, and I think that's it. To be honest, I've been furloughed, so I haven't really been spending that much money, because I have no idea what's going on with work. But hopefully from June we'll go back to work.
Yeah, hopefully. It's a good way of sitting around watching TV, but obviously it's good to go back and earn full money and stuff.
I've watched far too much TV. I'm started watching Baywatch from series 1.
Well,
that's pre-Pammy as well.
It is. I was shocked. But,
Leo says we should watch the Japanese version of X-Men. I mean, why would I do that if it's in Japanese? But there you go, Andy. Something for you to enjoy.
Once I get through seasons 3, 4, 5, and 6 of Baywatch, that's on my next list.
Could I quickly answer a question that's come in? Andy does have Bionic 6 toys. I can confirm.
Yeah, we'll go through the questions in a bit when we because I think we're still on the first one. We've waffled a bit, haven't we?
Yeah. All right. Well, Aaron, you tell me as what you've been buying, and make the trio. Is there something in there that I sent you?
No.
I think you'll find there is.
He definitely sent you something.
What?
Oh, he's forgotten already. That's all right, mate. No, I'll just sort you out. It's fine. Don't worry.
No. Yeah, you did. You did pick them up, but I ordered them and you picked them up for me.
Yeah.
Tom's favourite.
Ah! What is this?
You can't you've got the Gremlins Funkos, so don't miss the I hate Funkos.
Yeah, but
Okay.
they're humans, aren't they? Human
Yeah,
ones.
so this is from the thrash metal band Slayer. So if you actually listen to any sort of Slayer music, they're the last people you ever thought that would have Funko Pops made after them. But here we are. All I need now is 3 of them in the set.
I disagree, mate. Their sellout commercial was all hell, so they're absolutely the sort of people that have had Funkos
I think
made out.
Slayer's street cred went down when the Kardashians started wearing their t-shirts.
Yeah, and when Kevin King popped up in a Sum 41 video, guys, come on.
Also, Kerry King popped up in the Beastie Boys video.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, so thanks for picking those up for me, Dan.
What?
So I just need Kerry King for
Dan,
the.
Dan, it's great, mate.
Dan has dealt the plastic crack to all of us. A couple of other. I've actually found that, like, because I'm not spending money on life, I'm spending more money on toys, which is really worrying. Like, I was quite happy to see my bank balance not have like Weatherspoons, like £10, £15. But all I've found now is PayPal £15, PayPal £25, PayPal 30. I've gone mad. I've got like I've got some I've joined a UK Black Series Star Wars collectors group, and I've got a load of loose Black Series on its way now. I got this one of my pre-orders that came through, which is the Lightning Collection Yellow Ranger.
It's Trini.
Trini, yes. So I'm pretty happy about that. And
Why's she got a red gun?
they've all got the guns. That's the little like sword. It's like it can be a sword or a gun.
I thought that was the Red Rangers.
No, all the Rangers have them.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're like little knives sort of things, and then yeah, so it's quite cool. It's actually quite. I was quite disappointed with the figure, to be honest. They're quite, the Lightning Collection's renowned for having loads of like little odd bits wrong with them, and you probably can't see it on the on here, but on her legs there's just loads of random like red like ink marks, like almost like the guy who painted the gun sort of like the paintbrush went over the figure.
I'd be more disappointed that a Power Ranger turned up in the post, mate.
Shocking.
Wow.
All right, so everyone on the cuteness before they attack me. This was also turned up in the post. The Black Series, like it's absolutely like. Okay, bearing in mind that's exactly the same size as obviously like the 6-inch Black Series figures.
Did they charge the same price?
No, I think these were like £11.
Oh,
Which is still like,
that's still quite a lot.
Comes with it does, like, even smaller. It comes with a
it's a little frog, isn't it?
The frog. It comes with the bowl for the soupy soup, and the little ball from the like the gear stick that he takes off.
It's like Vic was waiting for you to pull that out. I knew Vic would comment on that. She bloody loves Baby Yoda.
She does. She does.
Not that it's probably Yoda, but whatever.
It's the child.
The child.
So yeah, and some other new things that came in the post. I did a trade with Bobby _80s. I sent him that Ghostbusters skateboard that I got.
You sent him a skateboard, and he sent you bits of paper.
Man,
yeah, I'm only joking.
These are awesome, though.
Oh, yeah, no, they are cool. They are cool. I'm only joking.
For me, they're cool. So they're flyers, they're posters that were given out at like toy fairs and stuff to toy stores to say this is what we're going to be selling for this year. Do you want to buy them? Stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm down with the merchandise.
You still got all your Power Ranger stationery and stuff?
Yeah, unfortunately, I boxed it up and during
when you
so it's not actually next to me at the moment, which is a bit disappointing because I could.
That's something that you've been doing. You and Andy have been doing it. Tom, while everyone's been away from work, these two have been rearranging a lot of toy collections. Have you done any rearranging?
Well, I've been working, haven't I? So, but I did.
Sorry, mate.
You did? No, didn't you rearrange one weekend?
Yeah, I did. That was a while. That was probably the second week of the quarantine. I rearranged the whole room, completely rearranged it.
I think you gave away a little bit of space to someone special, no?
Yeah, and there's a bloody Funko there. I've nearly set it alight a couple of times. Yeah, my missus has got a couple of shelves. But I actually, having a rearranging and all that, I've actually freed up like 3 shelves, and I've got stuff obviously coming, and I've got the Ghostbuster retro figures coming, so there's a nice space for them.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm meant to be doing a tour video, but I've become such a YouTube bum in the last couple of months that all I've been doing is lives. This one I did one with Aaron and on Ed's Retro Geek Cat channel. But yeah, I've been lazy. It's hard. It's hard at the minute, but as everyone knows, even working and doing normal stuff is coming back, and I just want to come back and do nothing most nights after work, the way things are.
See, Leo put in the chat, I know toy talk, but can we mention how much of a badass Robocop looks in the new Mortal Kombat DLC? I haven't seen it.
I have.
But what I have seen, and what is even more impressive than that, is the remake of Tony Hawk's 2.
That's not the reaction Leo was after. Leo said
it's not, and it's exactly the reaction he's getting, because I wanted a way of plugging it some way into it, and Leo opened it up.
I see the RoboCop trailer earlier a few hours ago. It does look sick. There was a trailer
on IGN on my Facebook. I've seen it, but I haven't watched it. Yeah. I am going to do it after.
Yeah, it does look good. I mean, there was one section of it where it shows him fighting the Terminator. I mean, I don't play games like that no more, but I'm presuming they're both special characters in the new Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is it? What is DLC? I don't play games either. I don't know what. I thought it was a new film or something.
Downloadable content.
Oh, there you go.
So it used to be you paid your money for your game. You played your game for like a year, and then they released like another bit of like, oh, here's some new levels or some new stuff that you can have for your game.
You're showing your age there, mate, because it used to be you bought a game and that's what you got, and you played the game, and they made a new game and you played that because it wasn't connected to anything. You stuck a cartridge, or even before that, a disc. But I'm old. Really
but unfortunately, a lot of games nowadays, they saw it as a money maker, so they sold you a game at full price, but you needed to buy 4 DLCs to complete the game. So
yeah, and sadly, with things like I know Leo's going to hate it, but things like Call of Duty and Battlefield and stuff, some of the best levels are on DLC. So it's you miss out if you don't get it. But Leo sent me the trailer to that Mortal Kombat, and it does look absolutely rude. Although Hannah put it out, and I agree, it was a bit like the trailer for it is a little bit like one of the movie Michael Bay things where they appear to have given away all the best bits. But I'm down with that. I enjoyed watching RoboCop smash someone's face off with a gun. That was pretty sweet.
Does he have the spike?
He's got Edge behind him at one point. It's like, all right, here's my giant robot pal. So
because that would be in the old Mortal Kombat style of finish him.
Yeah,
that would be a cool move.
Yeah,
he uses the spike. I'm sure there's a finishing move where he puts it through someone's throat or something.
Yeah,
love it. Dankster's asked, what is the best era for toys, 80s and 90s, and why are kids' toys now so rubbish?
Because we're not kids.
Go on, Andy. Andy can answer that one first.
The whole 80s, 90s things, I don't know. I've always thought 80s toys were better, but recently I've been looking at 90s toys again, and I'm like, they're not. Some of the 90s toys are actually kick ass. Like, they're really not that bad. I think cartoon-wise, the 80s were better in terms of how many and what they had. But kids' toys nowadays are rubbish, I think, to us because we're not kids. We're not growing up watching the cartoons. We're not growing up looking at these toys. I don't know. I think that's unfair. I don't know if they're rubbish or it's just we're not interested in them because we're not. I don't know. Like my nephew's come over, who's only like 6. Things like Turtles, the Bucky O'Hare, like all the bright color stuff, he'll go for and be like, "This is amazing. This is amazing." But some of the stuff, he'll look at the Star Wars stuff and be like, "No, I prefer." He likes all the articulation stuff. He doesn't like the vintage stuff. So yeah, I don't know. The whole 80s, 90s thing, I think they're on a par, I guess. In my opinion, I don't think there's much difference. Well, there's lots of difference, but like they both equal each other, in my opinion.
Fair enough. Tom, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Andy, to be honest with you. I think it's hard, isn't it? Because I was born in the early 80s, so I was growing up very much with 80s toys, but I was also 90s because when Power Rangers and Jurassic Park came out, I was only like 9, 10. So I can't. Vic's in the thing, and he just said 90s is Joss. This is the problem. If you're older, if you're that little bit older, so if you're probably now, 40, so if you was born 80, 79, maybe 78, the 90s stuff is crap. They don't like it because they weren't into it. It's everyone's preferences are different. But for sure, I do think toys now are garbage. I mean, they're crap. They're crappily made. They're mass produced in China. They're not made as good as they used to be. It's just cheap, throw it out, make as much money as we can. We know that the 80s and 90s toys held up because you're seeing them all the time at boot sales. They ain't, you do pick up broken ones, but WWF Hasbro's, as an example, are well made. Like, they're made to be thrown about, they're made to be bashed. And, we're talking about toys now that are, 30 years, 32, I think, or 30. When did they come out? 89, I think they might have come out, them toys. So
91.
So yeah, I'm in agreement. I think 80s and 90s, but yeah, if you're an old fart, you're probably going to say just 80s or even 70s, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Vic, Boris the Fat, 90s Dross. Shocking. Dan,
Aaron's the proper 90s baby, isn't he? So,
I am pure 90s. Like, I'm none of you boomers. I am pure. I'm pure millennial.
I'm an old fart, so I like the 80s stuff. Mask.
Yeah, I'm like Tom. I'm born mid 80s, so a little bit of 80s and 90s, and then was told you to play with toys.
So I like the 80s stuff with regards to basically G.I. Joe, Mask, Transformers, blah blah blah, all of that. But there's loads of 90s stuff that I think's awesome. But I don't know, kids' toys these days are kind of, in my opinion, are kind of rubbish. Exactly for what Tom was saying, is like what Andy was saying, because they're mass produced. That sell. Not a lot of thoughts being put into them. It's hard not to copy other stuff. All of that. But the trade-off, I think, is that much like how cartoons now, we're living in a golden age of cartoons, boys. I'm telling you, because the people that grew up on the cartoons that we loved went on to make cartoons now because they're of that age. And I think the same is about toys, and that you don't get, it's not about kids' toys. It's about people our age and a little bit older. The NECA, the State of the Art, McFarlane, whatever. Toys aren't toys anymore for people our age. They're collectibles. So you trade it off a little bit and go, okay, so I can't go down Woolworths, obviously don't exist. Gamley's probably the same, and buy like a £3 action figure that's then going to hold the test of time. So I don't get a Kenner Alien action figure, but what I get is a NECA Kenner remake, and it just cost me 35 quid. You know what I mean? So it sucks in that way, but I still think they're making amazing toys now, but they're not toys. They are adult collectible toys made by people that used to collect the toys that we did. So the short answer is 80s toys are better. Aaron?
Yeah, 80s toys are dross. No, it's hard because I think the problem is with 90s toys is that the best toys were at the start of the 90s, like the best toy lines. And then, because in the 90s, you had that real sort of push when gaming became really good, like what you could get with like your PlayStation 2, your Xbox, and all that sort of stuff. But I think the early 90s toys, before all that sort of kicked off, was the best. Like what your Jurassic Park figures, your Bucky figures, your Power Ranger figures, even Street Sharks and Bike and Mike for Mars. Okay, they're not like massive money and massive collectibles, but they're cool, man. They're cool. They're mice who bike.
Street Sharks were so much better than Bike and Mice from Mars.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that if you had a turtle figure that came out in the first original line of Turtles that was a mouse that was on a motorbike, everyone would be going, oh my god, he was the sickest character ever. But
fair point.
But like Street Sharks are awesome. They are just cool figures, and again, they're another figure that's just so. They're like Turtles. When everyone had like their Transformers, they were just something different at the time. And they were like big, they were grotesque. You can put other figures in their mouth. They had like the actions and stuff, and it came with a cool cartoon. And I guess that's another thing that probably what makes a toy line is how good the cartoon was. Because I think like a lot of like the one season toys are probably only popular now through nostalgia.
Well, like James Bond Jr. and stuff.
Like a lot of those figures, like I guess, they're only popular just through nostalgia. It was like, oh, I remember them. I got one of them for my birthday, so that's a cool line.
Whatever happened to Johnny Quest?
No idea.
That was a 90s cartoon and toy line. It just like disappeared, oblivious, like just. Or maybe it didn't exist. I'm making it up. I'm pretty sure it did. Johnny Quest or Johnny Test?
It was a blue guy, wasn't he?
Johnny Quest?
It wasn't he like a blue character?
Johnny Quest is cartoon, yeah.
Yeah. No idea.
I don't think it was 90s though. I thought it was before 90s.
I thought that was 80s.
Jamie Brown, shipping from Mexico is horrendous. Waiting 2 months for a package. What are you getting from Mexico?
They get good bootlegs down there.
Yeah, I'm interested in what's coming. That's interesting. Matt Rush, if you're still in the chat, dude, eBay do home collections down through parcels. Andy, he's used the H word. He's used the H word.
We don't support Hermes.
Oh, he said it. Ugh. Yeah, don't use Hermes, kids. Yeah. Andy's had a very bad time with Hermes.
It's because we're in all the time now. I've actually got my parcels via Hermes.
Well, you've actually caught him when he's booted it over the fence.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't have mattered if
he
you were in.
picks them up the second floor that I'm on. He sees me at the window and he's like, and just throws it to me.
There you go, boss.
Andy, them turtles that got nicked off you, that wouldn't have mattered if you were in or not because they forged your signature. So
this is a very good point. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
He was heartbroken. And the fact that he found the box down the road, like in a bush, rips up and smashed. He said,
a neighbor brought it to the house and said, "Oh, I think this is yours." She bought me an empty box. I was like, "Thanks."
On the plus side, I made a couple of quid on eBay that week, so it's all good.
Swings and roundabouts. Moving on.
Moving on. Jamie Brown's missing the car booties. Yes, we are indeed. Reckon there'll be one before the end of the year.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think there's going to be a toy show before the end of the year, to be honest.
I don't think there's going to be a toy show either. I was about to say the same thing. Yeah.
Well, I was saying it in the to these guys, to the boys in the chat the other day, like if they said everything back to normal, but you have to wear a mask everywhere you go, I'll be up for it. But the problem is, like, I don't think the other people, like, there's not enough majority of people that'll be up for it. And also, I live with my dad who's 70 and ex-cancer and all that sort of stuff. So I've got to be extra careful for him. And I think a lot of people think that way as well. So in all honesty, as much as I like hold on to the fact that I really, really want to do it, go to a car boot sale, just for the hangs and all that sort of stuff, and do the fairs just for the hangs and all that sort of stuff. I don't think it's happening.
If Jamie Brown misses it so much, then can I recommend you when it rains again, throw a tarp out in your garden, empty your bin onto the tarp, dig around, and then eat some raw chicken, and it'll be much the same effect as going to a lot of car boots that we frequent.
Why the raw chicken? Like,
Aaron, do you remember when you ate that burger from the muck truck?
Yeah, it was bacon. It wasn't chicken.
Bacon.
Well, food poisoning. If you really want the full effect, find like a local tramp who's drinking whatever Tom's drinking, and start a row with him. Start a row with him over 10p. And
maybe we should do that. We should make a car boot service. We'll come to your front door house. We'll set a load of car boot stuff up, and we'll just abuse you from. I can get more of this on eBay.
If you want, we'll park up in a van, open the side door, and lowball. Like, we won't say anything, but we'll haggle over price unfairly. So there you go. We can create our own car boots.
This is probably for you boys. Bone Ripper. Have you guys seen the new Japan Wrestle Super 7 figure?
No, I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, I might have to do that as well. Andy, entertain the crowd.
Super 7 New Japan figures.
So, how's everyone doing? Everyone all right? Anyone killed their girlfriends, boyfriends, partners, lovers, wives, husbands? No, just me? Okay.
Carol Baskin, she's still there. Can you tell that I've just watched it?
Yeah.
I've only just watched it.
Okay, I can confirm that I think they're pretty rad figures, but I will say this: they've done what a lot of figures do, in my opinion, which is up the price and overcompensate by giving you 27 pairs of hands that I don't need.
I've just seen. I think I actually saw them on the Major Wrestling podcast. I think they did when they were at Toy Fair. I think they did a bit on that. They just look like elites, don't they?
Yeah.
I suppose if you're into wrestling,
the new AEW ones just look like elites, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. I'd get the one with the flying V guitar just so I had a miniature flying V guitar.
But I'd say, yeah, I'm looking at that one now. That is, he does look pretty cool with the guitar. Leo, he's playing Streets of Rage 4. Sick, by the way. Invest.
Has Leo got stocks in like computer game companies?
I don't know what it's hard to tell.
That and drawing on the iPad Pro or whatever it is.
He's getting quite good though.
Very good drawer. I'll give him that.
I want him to paint me like one of his French ladies.
Retro Chief, how you doing, buddy? There you go, Dan. Dark Lycans just started collecting Toxic Crusaders.
Someone said they're looking forward to this live stream. Well, we can only apologise.
Yeah. What, for you and Dan for the first 20 minutes?
Hey,
Hey, Toxic Crusaders, good. Collect them all. Yeah.
They seem to have had a massive.
Yeah, they're going huge at the moment.
I keep seeing them every time I look on something. I see them. Tom, you've got them as well, no?
Tom will laugh because Tom, you know that when we picked up those figures quite cheap off that Facebook group, and you got Toxie at an unbelievable price. Well, I haven't received it yet, but a couple of weeks ago I purchased one off the same group off someone, but paid 60 quid for it for the exact same thing.
Is it proper mint on card though? The card's mint as well in that.
Well, this is what's annoying, right? Is because the card is really nice, but I wanted one I can take off the card. So my plan is to open it, but I know I'm going to bottle it and go, oh, but it might be worth something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I only paid 20. Sorry about that.
No, it was a great buy. But yeah, Toxic Crusaders. It's the wrong time to get into them because everyone's charging twice as much, but they are brilliant toys.
Well, people run out of things to collect now, aren't they? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Super 7 Toxie? Is it Super 7? I think it's Super 7.
Yeah.
They're doing a glow in the dark one as well, like a proper one. That was pretty cool.
The glow in the dark does look cool, but I was looking at the Super 7, the Thundercats for pre-orders, and I think it was in demand or Kapow. Why the hell are the Thundercat figures like 60 quid each? Like
someone else was saying that the other day. I have no idea.
Just everything's getting expensive. I think it's because
it's not even like the Black Series stuff you can order on there and it's normal price, like 20 quid, 26.99. The Thundercats for some reason, like, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm tight, but I don't want to spend that much on each figure.
Yeah,
like the Mattel figures weren't. Was it Matty? Yeah, Mattel. They weren't even that expensive. Now they are because they've been stocked. But when they first come out, I wish I just bought them then.
That's the same with me and like Mythic Legions. Like, I so badly want to get into them, but they're so expensive. Like, I can get nearly 3 Black Series figures for the price of 1 Mythic.
Ooh.
So, but yeah, I guess maybe it's supply and demand. Like, there's not as because I don't know.
Because Thundercats is like huge. Like, I'm sure there must be as yeah.
Yeah, but if Kapow and In Demand are the only 2 people getting it, they're probably not getting that much stock, and they can sort of basically price between themselves, I guess.
True. I mean, to be honest, I stopped looking after seeing that they were that much. Maybe I could find them cheaper. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, sorry, went off on a tangent there.
So far my favourite question so far, and my favourite comment, because finally after 29 years, it's not me. Tom needs to grow a beard to match you guys.
That's Enrique, that is.
It is.
Like, Tom's just gone very silent and he's swigging out of his white lightning bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be quite.
I actually shaved tonight. Actually, I thought I looked nice and smooth, and now look, everyone's saying I should grow a beard.
What that comment should say?
I looked homeless earlier.
What that comment should say is the 3 of you should have some self-respect and actually make an effort like Tom has.
I've got a shirt on. I've actually got dressed today. I haven't worked.
I'm under strict orders from Vic not to do it.
Not to do what?
Shave my glorious beard off.
You look a bit like an evil wizard.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
And Andy, don't stand up because I don't trust that you dressed all the way from top to bottom.
Who knows what sort of live stream this is going to
Hello, mate. How you doing? Bradley skating. Brad, how you doing, dude? Loving Tom's top.
It is a cool top.
Matt Smith says the Child Black series should have come included with the next Mando figure. Yeah, maybe like a, I don't know, different version. Like maybe have one of him in the floating baby basket thing. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, they'll probably charge you double the price because you're getting 2 figures.
We don't need no more Star Wars, Joss. There's enough out there.
Agreed.
I think I'd have to agree with you on some of that. Like the Mandalorian stuff is cool because it's new, but I wish they'd stop reboxing and rebranding the same figures.
Thing is, like
even I like the Mandalorian, to be honest with you.
My girlfriend, after like 8 years or whatever, 7 years, 8 years, sometime we've been together, does not like Star Wars. She saw the Mandalorian once, saw Baby Yoda, and was just like, "Oh my god, it's the cutest thing I've ever seen." I was like, "What's his name?" Baby something.
It's amazing how much money they spent on 3 new films, a new like saga of films, everything, and the thing that like brought more people back to Star Wars was this little dude.
It's almost like the creators and writers specifically wrote in a character that was going to rope in a bunch of chicks and new viewers. It's crazy how that happened, isn't it?
Damn that John Bavaru, or wherever you say his surname, Bavaru.
Oh yeah, but even Baby Yoda, the series is awesome. Like, I loved it. I carry on watching it now. Like I'll just stick an
I've watched
episode
it again
on.
while I've been sitting on my ass protecting the world.
You feel like the Mandalorian, don't you?
Yeah, because no. Maybe I should wear a bucket so no one gets to see my face.
I'm gonna start calling you Andy Lorian.
He's probably had worse called to him.
I've been called a lot worse.
Sees Aaron pop him out every night. She still thinks it's cute.
What? Hey!
Yeah. We'll leave that one, Stu. Matt Rush asked, "Do you guys ever buy from toy auctions or prefer fairs?" I watched a toy auction of Vectis. Is it Vectis? You pronounce it? Vectis,
yeah.
Yeah, I watched one of their toy auctions once, and because there was a load of lots, and the prices the lots went for was like ridiculous. Like it was like, even if you broke it down to resell it, I would say they were working out to be like nearly £5-10 a figure more than what you could have bought them for at a toy fair.
Are you sure you weren't watching Storage Wars by mistake?
Money. No. Money. Yeah, no, I watched one once, and the prices, because I got really, like, there was good lots of figures. Like I knew the vintage Star Wars was going to go for money because there were some big name characters like the original Star Wars figures like Ben Kenobi on Carback and all that sort of stuff.
Plus it's Star Wars, so obviously you're doubling your money right there.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I prefer toy fairs.
Yeah, I've never been into auctions or anything myself, to be honest with you. Overpriced, all commission and all that. It's not for me.
Drunken eBay auctions or toy fairs
all day long.
What about drunken toy fairs? That's a new thing.
Mate, I'm always driving. I mean, I'd love to.
Maybe we should do that for another video. The boys get lit before the NEC toy fair. 6 o'clock in the morning.
If you're paying for the lorry it would take to get all our stuff down there, then
yeah, toy fairs over auctions for me, definitely.
Yeah.
How far back are you gone with these questions?
I'm up to where you've asked what questions you guys have.
Oh, bloody hell, that was about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. I know, right? I'm well behind.
Leo's already texted me and been like, "Guys, there's a massive delay on the comments." So I'm like, "Nah, Aaron's just decided to start from the top for some reason.
Yeah, I'm working my way down.
Making a bunch of the comments that are like about what we're talking about at the time completely irrelevant. So,
Trial and error.
yeah.
Like a retro truth. What was all your first two as a kid?
Toy, I
I'm
guess.
not sure by that.
I'm hoping means toy.
Oh, first toy as a kid. Oh, okay. Oh,
First two.
God. I can't remember, to be honest with you.
I remember having an Evil Knievel stunt bike that you know, the pullback one that then shoots off something.
I've seen some great videos of them recently. Where people are bored indoors doing stunts with them. It looks great.
Yeah.
I'd have to say Thundercats. It's like my earliest memory of a toy. It may not be the first toy, but it's
Awesome.
Aaron's like Power Rangers, probably Power Rangers.
I think it was actually Star Wars.
Well, we talked about this before, didn't we? I think we were talking about ATSTs and that sort of stuff from like right back in the day. So yeah.
I definitely think it was Star Wars. Tom, what was your first figure?
I can't really remember. I've got very early memories of having an Optimus Prime and also Skeletor and He-Man. But yeah, obviously I probably just baby toys all before that. But yeah, I remember having them. And then later on in the years, I had Brave Star in the late 80s, and then it was Turtles. But yeah, I had quite a lot of them sort of figures, ones and twos. I remember having a Supernatural and a Visionary as well. But yeah, no, I can't remember the first toy. I'll be honest with you. It's probably a He-Man. I would have thought maybe.
I was gutted the other day because we were talking before, guys, about like I used to get a lot of toys. I think Andy did as well. Maybe you did as well, Tom, from like church sales and car boot. Nothing was really new when I got stuff like in the 80s and 89. It was all bits and pieces. And when I was about maybe 7 or 8 years ago, had a like full blown midlife crisis and sold everything. And I sold a lot of GI Joes, loads of GI Joe and Action Force stuff. So I sold like a skull. Whatever they're called, lots of stuff that I know now is valuable. I actually put a complete Boulder Hill in the bin because it annoyed me so much. But yeah, I realized that there was loads of like Visionaries helmets and bits and pieces like that were in it, but I didn't know what they were at the time. So I'm a little bit more savvy now. But yeah, imagine that, a whole Boulder Hill in the bin. It happened.
Grown men crying out there right now.
It's just plastic, mate. Don't worry about it. It's not real life. It's fun.
We've gone from opening a toy, putting back toys in bins. We've got no one else watching, I don't think. I think that'll be done.
Sam from Bugsy's Toy Box is probably going absolutely mad.
Samson Bugsy's Toy Box is probably still going through them figures and working out which one's which. It was trying to sell the other day.
That was a good idea, though.
Wow.
Like,
It was a great idea. He did really well. It was,
both of them did amazing. It was quite fun just to sit back and watch.
Yeah.
There's a question for Tom. You think about doing a live sale?
What like
too much work
done? I don't know. Sam's all right with it. Ben struggled a little bit, didn't he, with it?
I thought the other way around. Ben was quite rapid and just didn't pay any attention to what people were asking, whereas Sam got too into the detail.
The problem is, I think I didn't realise we've got like a little message like on Facebook, and I started messaging that thinking like Ben was going to pick it up, and all of a sudden it kept coming up on Sam on the live stream.
Yeah.
So I think that didn't really help too much. And I think Ben was the one who had the who ordered it first, who got the first comment thing, didn't he?
Ben had a lot of that.
Yeah. The problem is with the way they did it. I think it was good, but the problem is they laid it out on the table, and Ben had Centurions and some really good stuff, and straight away you've got people. How much are the Centurions? How much are the Centurions?
Yeah.
How much are the Turtles? Me personally, if I did it, I'd do what I'm doing now, and I'd do one thing at a time. I'd go, yeah, tenner, because people, when it comes to toys, we know what it's like. People are animals with it, so he got bombarded with messages before he'd even pulled out any action figures. So yeah, no, I might do one. I might do one at some point. It seems to be quite good fun. Them lot, although they were inundated with messages, but no plans.
If like, I think getting inundated with requests and messages is a good thing. At least it shows people are there and willing to spend the money.
Yeah, there's loads of people who were involved in it. It was good to see.
True.
Maybe before the end of the year, we do a big group. Actually, we can't even organise a group chat, let alone a group sale. We ignore that.
Can't trust your internet.
No, we'll go on to the question.
Dark Lycan asked, what was your favourite 80s or 90s cartoon?
Oh, you better start getting through these ones quick.
Yeah.
He-Man for me, although He-Man hasn't aged very well, but He-Man definitely was the one I used to watch the most. But these days, when I look back, I'd probably say there's quite a few more better ones. Dungeons and Dragons, probably, to be honest with you.
Cool. Andy?
Dan?
Thundercats.
I'm just actually trying to find out when it was made, but if it was made in the 90s, probably The Tick. But also Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, that sort of thing.
Awesome. It's hard. Street Sharks, that was an awesome cartoon from the 90s. But then you got the Spider-Man from the 90s, X-Men from the 90s.
That's a great one as well.
Awesome one. But if I had an 80s one, I think Transformers.
Right, go, next question. There's loads of questions, man. Go, come on.
Yeah, start flying.
Go. Stu asks,
the answer's short and sweet.
Any cartoon, comic, TV show you wish they made toys out of that they didn't? I'll answer this. I'll flip it round. I wish that they made the cartoons from the Kenner toy lines, from the Aliens, from the Terminator, and from the Jurassic Park Chaos effect line, because they made toys for them because they were going to make cartoons and they never actually made the cartoons. Boom. Next, who's up?
You're moderating. Call it.
Dan.
The film Tremors. They should have made toys from the film Tremors.
You're obsessed with worms.
I am. I like a sandworm. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Tom.
They should have made the cartoon toys for Dungeons and Dragons. I think they did make Dungeons and Dragons toys, but they didn't make the kids. They didn't make toys of the kids. I know they came out in Spain in little rubber figures, but they should have made proper.
Haven't they made some new ones now for that are coming out? I'm sure I saw some prototypes and they looked utterly brilliant. Probably about 60 quid each.
I know there's statues they've brought out. I don't know about action figures though.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah, you might be right.
I've said it before. I'd still like to see some Labyrinth figures. Now, I know NECA did like the big Jareth and Hobble, but I want like actual figures,
like 80s style action figures.
Yeah.
Good shout. Good shout. Matt Smith asks, if you had to pick one, Batman the animated series or X-Men the animated series? I got a feeling this is going to be a whitewash here. Tom, what you got?
Oh, X-Men all day long. I was never into DC.
Out of those, definitely X-Men. But shout out to Batman animated series. It is awesome.
Moving on.
Forrest is not Boomer.
I actually have my tablet thing resting on an X-Men box set.
I think Vic's sacked us off now. Looking at his
thinking this guy can't keep up with them.
Too much 90s dross talk. He said he's off.
So it should be like Bone the Ripper. I like both. I was born in the 80s, but my younger brother was born in the 90s. So good memories of the both.
Yeah, fair point.
Kenner says the late 70s and 80s were the golden age of movies, toys, and cartoons. No era has come close.
Who's that? Oh, Turkish Ken.
Yes, old Ken. Yeah, Clash of the Titans figures and the film I could agree with. That was actually wicked. I'd love to get some of those figures in my collection.
Cartoons now are brilliant. I'm telling you. We're living in a golden age, even on like Cartoon Network with things like Adventure Time and Gumball and Regular Show. That they are brilliant. And then you've got like loads of Adult Swim stuff, great stuff, Metalocalypse, Squidbillies. Golden age of cartoons. People don't respect it. They go, I was all better back in the day. There was some good stuff, but the people like us that used to love that good stuff are now making their own ones for people like us.
I think maybe kids cartoons. I don't think I can let my nephews watch Squid Hillbillies.
Squidbillies, but they could watch Teen Titans Go or Thundercats Roar, and they're brilliant.
He watches Teen Titans Goes, and I've seen a few of them, and they are quite funny.
Brilliant.
Boris says 90 toys are all copies of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think we need a moderator to kick him next time.
No.
He's even slagging the rankles.
I won't have that. Me and you falling out now, Vic. I'm not having
that. Hey, how's it going? This is how far back I am. 20 Quest was good.
Oh my God.
The 80s. Rip Night was good toys.
I can't see any comments, but yeah, good. Fuck Hermes.
There you go. Toy scabs on it. Fuck Hermes. That's how far back we are.
Get to the questions, mate.
I'm going through them.
Just ignore Vic. Vic's just being negative.
There you go. Brad's come out with a good one. What's the grail item you have in each of your collections?
Oh, bloody hell.
Mine changes all the time, but it's going to have to be the Ebrasisk.
Ebrasisk.
Yeah, that's something I definitely think I was going to get ever.
Cool. Boys looking around. At the moment in my collection, the Grail Priest is probably the boxed Darth Revan from the Knights of the Old Republic game. I've got the 30th anniversary box, the loose, and the Black Series versions. So pretty happy with that.
I really like my Cloverfield monster.
That's banging, that thing.
Yeah.
I've got too many to name, to be honest with you.
Go for one. Come on.
Maybe Tiamat the Dragon from Dungeons and Dragons. That's quite a good piece.
Is that the 4 or 5 headed thing? Bright colours.
The red one. Yeah, the red dragon with wings.
Do you want to give out a shout out to Leo, who also big thanks to Aaron, who bought his first ever Ultra Zord from, so he couldn't afford as a child. You know, yes, right, mate. He's got you.
I like how Aaron cherry picked that one. That's way down the list. Big up, Aaron. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, #1 toy seller. Matt asks, "What's the limit to your collection? Would you stop and move on to something else?"
Yeah, I'd throw it all in the bin and stop buying toys in a second if I was allowed to, but I'm not allowed to because my girlfriend would murder me.
There's been a few times I've looked at it all and thought, do you know what? That could pay for like a banging holiday, do you know what I mean? And thought about it a couple of times. I think when I move on to something else, is like, it's all, like we said, it's all in cabinets, so it's a collection. When it's all over my floor and I can't get in here and it becomes a hoard, I think that's when it has to be stopped.
Dude, you've been around my house, right?
Just helping you out.
Yeah.
Andy?
So if you mean collecting a line and then you stop and collect another line, then I stop when I get to the expensive figures because I can't afford them. So I'd rather collect more lines than have a complete set. Or if you mean stop collecting altogether and move on to something else, children and babies. I think if I ever become a father, then I might have to sell some of it.
I'm glad you qualified that, mate. That was about to get weird.
None at the
Children
moment.
and babies going to be your new collection.
Oh, no.
Is Andy going to be the child catcher? He's going to drive around collecting children and babies. Oh, it's a bit weird.
There you go, people. Andy's Toys and Models, new collection.
Andy's boys and toddlers coming at you.
That's not what I meant. It came out well wrong.
Anyway, Tom, what about you? Would you stop?
Nah, I'm too deep in this shit now, boys, to be pulling out.
Tom stopped when the Funko brings out a character from that line.
Yeah.
And then he moves on to something else.
Nah. Oh, Funko, they've got every license in the world. Jesus Christ.
They ain't got tremors, mate. They ain't got tremors.
No one wants tremors.
No one wants the worms.
I do like having worms.
No comment on that. Right. Toy Scout, you moving on from the worm talk and the child collecting? Toy Scavenger asks, you won 10,000, 10K. What's the first and only toy you would buy?
For 10 grand.
Cool.
Andy, you could get 2 of them laser beasts you like for that, mate.
Bearing in mind it's one toy.
Cool.
Oh man,
It's an hard one. 10 grand's a lot of money.
Mm.
I've said it
I
before.
can't actually think of a toy that will cost me 10 grand.
No,
It could be
I
anything,
can't.
though, can't it? I don't know. Maybe some actual like. It's a hard one, isn't it?
I'd go to Legoland and ask them to make me into a full-size Lego person.
A real size man.
Yeah, I want to be a real-sized man.
Is this part of your ploy to start catching kids?
No.
Free Lego. It's not a toy. It's a statue. But I would happily drop. I think it's about 2.5 grand on that. The new Rancor that Sideshow are bringing out. It's well bloody good. It's like a 1/4 scale Rancor. It's awesome.
If I could change the question and had that sort of money to throw down on toys, I think going into Sideshow and Hot Toys would be my.
Yeah, I'd get Take Dan's Jabba set. That's more realistic. If someone gave me like 3 grand now, I'd tell Dan that it's mine.
Mate, 1,300 quid, it's yours. You don't even need 10 grand. I do it for right now, 1,200 quid. It's yours. Look at that.
Oh, live toy buying, 1,200. You ain't getting cheaper than that.
You won't get it cheaper than that.
Tom, what would you get?
Oh, I don't know. There's so much. I'd like a card. If with that sort of money, I'd like to get a nice carded Skeletor, an original one.
Yeah.
I won't pay them the sort of money they want now for it. I'm talking about really nice, not one that's falling off the card. I'm talking about like an 85, like graded sort of one. I don't know what they're going for, probably sort of 700-800 quid, but for 10 grand is a lot of money. I can't really think of anything that sort of money, to be honest with you.
Would you consider buying a mint inbox sealed Master Universe Eternia set and then ripping it open like an excited child at Christmas, like live on camera? That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, it'd be sweet, but I don't know. I mean, everyone goes mad about Eternia. I know it's the Master of the Universe Grail piece, but I've got no attachment to it. You know what? To be honest with you, I think it was never released here anyway.
No.
And no one, unless you're, I mean, I am a massive He-Man collector, but it's never really appealed to me as a playset. I prefer to have a nice Grayskull and Snake Mountain because I had both of them as a kid, and nostalgia kicks in. That playset's huge anyway. It's you can't really display it properly or anything unless you've got a massive toy room or a massive house. It's a bit difficult to display. It's like the G.I. Joe playset. What's it? The flag.
USS Flag, yeah. And the what's that? Is it the Coleco Rambo Savage headquarters? It's well good, but it's massisome
Yeah, I think Ken's got that actually. He said he's tried to display it.
Yeah, he sent me some pictures on Instagram. It looks well good, but it is it's a whopper.
Is it taller than Ken?
Huh?
Is it taller than Ken? It's tall, right?
Just boying Ken off in the.
No, I don't mean. I think
pinned off there by Andy. So
I actually didn't. I didn't mean it like that.
Look at the guy in the shirt. And he
it's probably not taller than Ken, but it is probably at least up to nipple height, I would say.
I will just jump. I'll jump ahead on that because obviously Paul's put another comment in saying favourite playset. I would definitely go. I think the best one is probably. I like the Jurassic Park one.
Yeah, I had that one.
I like the Jurassic Park one. Although when I saw when we were at Rob's house in Orlando and he had the Thundercats one.
Yeah.
Not that looked pretty. The Cat's Lair, or whatever it's called, that looked banging when it was all set up with all the Thundercats outside it.
See, that's great from the front, but there's nothing really going on with it at the back.
No, it's almost like a carrying case, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I like it.
It just folds out, doesn't it?
No, it's just it's just at the front. It's not like Grayskull that opens up. You have to like turn it around to like see what's going on in the back or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah, I'm fairly confident in that. But his is the only one I've ever seen, like, a real one. But I don't know. I didn't really have any play sets as a kid. The blimp.
Oh,
Does that class as a play set? The Turtles blimp?
That's a vehicle.
Eh,
The sewer set was quite good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I didn't actually have it as a kid though. I've re-got it now as an adult, but
I
but
I enjoyed Boulder Hill until I threw it in the bin. That was a good playset. Strong playset.
The Masters of the Universe ones for me for like nostalgic reasons. They're so basic, but they look good.
yeah, I had a naked grey skull. That was pretty cool as a kid. So
Tom,
we'll say grey skull.
Tom, have you got like the is it not a slime pit, the fright with the glove puppet thing? What's it called?
No, I had one boxed, and I slimmed down my He-Man toy collection because I prefer the merchandise. I sold it about 3 years ago, I think it was. And the puppet was in it, and the puppet was nice and everything. I got a good price on it then. I mean, they're going for a bit more now, obviously, but no, I haven't. The only playset or anything remotely related to that is that I've got the slime pit. I don't even have Grayskull or Snake Mountain. I don't really collect the toys, to be honest with you.
But you've got a really good merchandise collection. Like
Yeah,
some
that's
of the stuff is like what the fuck?
I find it more fun and interesting than the toys, because the toys are very. I've had them pass. You guys have had obviously loads of He-Man toys as well pass through your hands over the years, and I've cherry picked a few out here and there. But I mean, I've got the Horde. They're like my favourite, the Hordak and Leech and Grizzlor and that, and a Horde Trooper. But I mean, yeah, apart from that, He-Man and Skeletor on the cats, that's pretty much it. I ain't really got that many.
well, two can play at that. Put in the Ewok Village. I think that's a great shout.
Yeah. That's
Star Wars Dross.
especially when when you're in celebration.
that was my drunken toy fair.
That was your drunken toy. That's why I wanted to do it again, because it was awesome. We were I think it was the Saturday, I think it was, and we were literally leaving celebration for like throwing down too much money. We were going to go get some beers and carry on drinking. And we were walking out, and all I heard was, we were like, "Where's Andy?" And all I heard was someone go, "Oh, look at that guy!" And we turn around, and there's just Andy skipping with the boxed Ewok Village in his hands, in his arms, just like skipping through the thing with the biggest smile on his face ever.
Yeah, I shouldn't have bought it, but I did. I shouldn't have bought a lot of stuff that weekend.
Alcohol is one hell of a drug.
That was the best. That was you never seen someone fall apart when he walked past. It was just a guy with he just had a table, no fanciness, and he just had like all the Ewok figures and like the droids figures, and just in those little, like, the plastic they put Star Wars figures in. Just some American dude sitting there, like he brought them over in his case or something.
He was a really nice guy, but yeah, I spent far too much money with him. But that was yeah.
I think when it comes to Star Wars, I'm basically only going to get Rancor related stuff from now on, unless something awesome comes out. I had to have what's Paul Bettany's character, Dryden Voss. I had to have a Dryden Voss Black Series figure every time like something awesome comes out. But I'm not.
So
There's
random.
too much, man. There's too much Star Wars, and not enough Rancors. So. Yeah.
Tuka player that asked what favourite NECA toy line.
Gremlins, easy.
Gremlins for Tom, for sure.
I'm not really big into the NECA stuff, to be honest. I was going to say the Dark Crystal, but they're actually Tom's favourite Funko, aren't they? Yeah, these are Funko.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got Rambo and Dutch from Predator. They're the only two NECA things I have.
I have loads of alien stuff. I've got loads of aliens and the Queen aliens and the Marines and whatnot. They're pretty cool. NECA do loads of awesome stuff, but I used to be all over that. I've got so much of it, like horror stuff and NECA and McFarlane and all, like that kind of toy. But I don't know, it just doesn't grab me anymore and it's all amazing. The new figures they bring out, the horror figures are great. I just don't get them anymore.
I've got a couple of aliens and a couple of predators, but that's just for taking them outside for some like photography stuff. because they just take really well outside, especially in just like the kind of like woody environment that you've got here. Like a couple of aliens bursting out like a nest or something. It looks pretty cool. And the articulation and the alien figures are awesome, especially the newer ones. Like the older ones are crap; they literally break so easily. But the newer ones are great.
I've got quite a big NECA collection, and I'm just looking around now. I didn't realise how many I actually had until I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I've got quite a few.
There we go. Matt's asked, do you need permission to buy toys from your partners?
Do I really need to answer that when you can see the immense nonsense behind me? No, of course I don't.
If you've met me at a toy fair, you've probably met my other half, and you know that she buys. No is the answer. Absolutely not. She often says, "Are you sure?" When I go like, "Oh, this is amazing," and then it's massive, and I regret buying it. But I don't need permission, no, because I'm a man.
She's about to punch you. I'm sure she's to your left.
No, she's like, this doesn't interest me at all. I'm going to go and watch TV. I was like, cool.
Yeah, Vic's very good at it. She collects herself, and I think she's almost more of an enabler than I am.
Yeah.
To a sense, like sometimes it could be not worse in a bad way, but when you've got someone there who's saying, "Yeah, just buy it," okay, then I'll just buy it. Yeah. Whereas when you probably have someone who sits there going, "Really, you're spending that money?" You kind of go, "Okay, yeah, I know." But when you got someone like, I think one of the toy fairs at the NEC, Vic went off just to have a little walk around, stretch the legs and everything. Then I turn around and she's got this like gigantic plush blue from Tailspin, and she was just like, as soon as I saw it, I had to buy it, and she's like holding it. I don't think she let it go the rest of the day. So
Hannah's like that. She found, if she finds anything that's like Grievous related, as you know, she's a collector of Grievous, she'll be like, I bought this, and I go, all right, how much was that? And she's like, 120 quid. Like, oh, all right, okay. And I go and spend another 20 quid. She's like, oh, spending your money. But they like, I think we're all lucky that our other halves not only apart from Claire's not super into it, but she likes some of the stuff that you've got, Annie, didn't she?
She likes Baby Yoda.
She likes the child. Yeah. Okay.
And Andy wins a lot of competitions online.
I'm so lucky.
He's the luckiest man ever. He gets drunk, buy things, and then they turn up at his house and oh, look what I just won.
The amount of people that send Andy stuff because they like him. It's amazing.
I don't need permission. I was very lucky. She bought me the Lego Death Star for my birthday, so that was. She doesn't like it, but she appreciates that I like it. So.
Matt also asked, how easy can you spot a fake doctored figure? Unless it's blatantly obvious. No. I
think nowadays it's becoming a lot harder to pick up on repro stuff.
Yeah.
More than figures, I think.
I tend to stay away from vintage, like vintage bowls, for example. I tend to stay away from it just for the pure fact that I just cannot be bothered to get into an argument with someone over repro weapons.
Yeah.
Like I'm not someone who's into it. Like I don't personally believe, like, I wouldn't do it myself, but then if someone's spending their own money to complete their collection, it's just when people use it as a way of, if you're selling it as real, that's where it's wrong. But I can't really spot it that easily, and I don't know about you guys.
I've never really been given a fake figure and thought, oh.
You don't want to get in the world of say again Funko Pops. Like the market for bootleg and fake ones it's outrageous, and they're definitely getting more prevalent. I just remembered as well, my favorite NECA figure. I have an American Psycho, Patrick Bateman, the little one and the big one. They are my favorite NECA figures. To answer that previous question.
Just going on the NECA stuff, Leo said that he likes the turtles. They are
they're really good. What I've seen in pictures and stuff. Again, it's just money.
Yeah. Did you see the display from Toy Fair from when they had it at New York? Like some guy made some mad like setup of like the gremlins of the turtles and everything. It was crazy. Should look it up.
I think I
Yeah,
saw the
I see.
diorama of the. Sorry, Tom.
No, I see the ones that Aaron was talking about. They were really good. They're talking about the one where he done the cinema and all that.
Yeah, and he did the bar thing and everything.
Mm.
So when they're like that, they look great. But you've got to buy how many figures to make it to like try and do that, or
so much easier to have a scene like that when Necker's behind you giving you the gremlins to set up.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Vic says as well, yeah, she can't wait for the Back to the Future ones that they've just released what they're going to look like, haven't they? And they do look cool. You get like the Marty McFly comes with like the skateboard, all the classic like Necker accessories you expect to get.
You know, I hate Back to the Future, but I do love that figure of what's he called, Biff. That's a good figure. Let's jump ahead. We're talking about other halves. I see Leo said he has to pre-warn his missus that he's going to buy stuff. Leo's the only man I know that basically had to go and rent a lockup. He bought so much stuff that he had to. He rented a lockup to house, and he's not a seller. It's not like to hold stock to sell, just for his own stuff. Mad.
is it 50% Dragon Zords?
I still want to.
Yeah.
I still want to go see it. I want to do like a little storage war episode.
What have we got here? Oh, 47 Dragon Zords that I sold you. Like, brilliant.
Literally, I think every Dragon Zord I sold bar 2 have gone to Leo.
He loves them.
Man loves his Zords.
Yeah.
And we got also, he did, didn't he? He bought the put it on the Toy Division page. The fake Juggernaut Captain America.
That was cool looking.
Is that fake or is it a custom?
No, I think it's fake. Like it's from the select mold, but it's not by
painted it up as Captain America, so it's like a custom.
I think they're coming from China, aren't they?
Yeah, but the molds come from like they make fake figures, and that's like one of them. They make. It's not a custom. I think they actually sell them as. It's not some dude just doing it like the toxic dinosaur thing.
Like the Neckers, you can fake Necker figures, can't you now?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like especially when like, I think it's down to the fact that like if you stick it into eBay and it's coming from Hong Kong and it's £10 cheaper than what you're buying from here, it's probably fake.
Yeah, for sure. You might as well just pay an extra tenner and get a legit one.
Yeah, you know it.
I've got no problem with buying bootleg stuff or not bootleg being sold as real stuff, but like especially repro weapons and whatever and accessories, as long as you know they're repro. Don't bother me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But as long as you know, again, we've had this conversation. I'd hate to be that dude that tried to sell someone something and was like, yeah, genuine, and then they tell you it's repro, and you're like, shit, I spent X amount of money on it.
Oh yeah, agreed.
That'd be my biggest fear with buying Star Wars stuff. You go to resell it thinking it is legit original, and you sell it like someone's like, no, this is totally fake. You've screwed me over and you've screwed yourself.
My biggest fear about buying Star Wars stuff is having to talk about Star Wars with someone.
It's fine. It's fine. Right. We're getting to about an hour and a half now, so I think we should probably look to wrap it up soon.
I think they're definitely decreasing, Matt.
But we got Matt here with a question. Do you think attendance of big toy fairs are increasing or decreasing? Yeah, I think Dan got it right. I think at the moment they're definitely decreased. I personally think it depends the show. Like I think I used to like Sandown Toy Fair more because I found it was better than the NEC. But in the last year, I think the NEC's popularity has just exploded. Like I think it's so much more busier now than it ever has been, and I think Sandown's decreasing.
I think it's all down to the time of year. Like some of the shows are dead, whether it's NEC or Sandown.
Yeah,
I think they're being flooded now as well, though, isn't there? There's a lot of. I mean, Sandown. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's happened at Sandown, to be honest with you, because it seemed to be going very much in the action figure, what we do, sort of way for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden, the last year or so, it seems to have just gone back down to like, there's maybe 10 sellers selling 80s and 90s action figures, and I was like, what happened? What happened to everyone? I don't know. Sandown's a strange one, to be honest with you. I mean, it's always not that we can ever get any good shit, because by the time we've set up at the shows and you try and get round, the place has been absolutely blitzed. But
Yeah.
you can sometimes find the odd bit. It's always been a good show. It's just a fun show, isn't it? Just go there, make a bit of money. You might find a few bits, and it's pretty local to most. Like us, Free and myself, and the likes of Vic and all that. It's all pretty local, being on the edge of London and that. So, but yeah, strange. Become a bit of a strange show, that one.
I was actually looking to stop doing it this year and only do the November one. But go to it as a buyer and just go for it just for to walk around and everything, because it was getting difficult. Like, you think like you pay more for a table at Sandown than you do at the NEC. You get less space, you get less time actually to sell. I was getting a bit fed up with it.
When was the last one? Was it? Did they have one before the?
Yeah, it was the 29th of February. It was like the last day of February.
We was at London, weren't we?
We were at London Film and Comic Con. Yeah.
I was there with Robbo and Vic.
Yeah, I haven't done a show myself this year. Actually, it's been quite an unusual year. So I was due to do one, and then it was a week before the big epidemic thing, and then everything obviously got cancelled. So
was that Chatham one?
Yeah. That was meant to be my first show of the year, because obviously I didn't. I did. I went NEC at Christmas, but I went as a buyer, didn't I? So yeah, it's I don't know. I don't want to be doing the show this year at all, to be honest.
Well, that's the thing.
That Chatham was literally the Saturday, when it was like Saturday the 20th, and then Monday the 22nd. The whole country went into lockdown.
Exactly. Yeah. They left it right to the last minute, because some people were going, "All right, it's going to go ahead," and I was thinking, really, everything else is being cancelled.
That's what Robbo was saying to me. I'm like, "You sure, mate?" He was like, "Yeah, be right." I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, and then it got cancelled, and I just said, I just said, keep the money for the store until, obviously, being a bit blasé about it, thinking, "Oh yeah, this is all going to be over by the summer," but obviously we know that shit's pretty real at the minute, and I don't think we're going to see any boot sales, toy shows, comic cons in 2020, if I'm honest.
Yeah, and even just the fact that if the places are opened up, XL and the NEC, they're hospitals at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Are they really going to have? I know it's massive, and I think me and Andy and Dan spoke about it. Will they have one side of it a hospital and the other side of it can still be used? But then if you told someone, "Oh yeah, go to the NEC Toy Fair," oh, isn't there a hospital still there? Yeah, they ain't going to go, are they?
It might put some people off, but yeah. I think the general vibe is what you guys are saying is accurate. That anything that has that level of gathering, they go, yeah, nah. They'll just say that, it would just be not a good idea. And even the people that organise it, even if they're allowed to do it, what level of extra security, extra distancing, are people going to be comfortable coming out to sell? Are people going to go there to buy? I can't see anything like that this year, personally.
True. How can you do 2 meter distance at Sandown?
Well, it might.
I tried to, because some of the smells there.
Yeah, it might smell better.
Might be a good thing, really.
Yeah, I'm a little bit old school, mate. I've been wearing a gas mask at Sandown way before it was cool, before coronavirus.
Right. I've been leaving Leo hanging on this for a little bit. Mario Lego playsets.
What's there to discuss about that?
I ain't got a clue. I'm not into Lego at all, so I don't really. I'm out of this discussion.
Mario, hold on, googling it.
I like Lego. I remember playing Mario. If they were under 20 quid, maybe I'd buy one just for nostalgia.
It's not even like. Whoa. Okay, that set's pretty cool. Like the Bowser set. It's Lego, but it's not Lego.
You know
fake Lego from China.
Yeah.
You know what's cooler than that is you can buy custom Lego sets, and my friend got one of the ones someone made of the big rig from Mad Max Fury Road. There we go. That's a toy line I'd like to see. An up-to-date Mad Max toy line with actual vehicles and stuff. G.I. Joe scale with actual vehicles. Bring my Dreadnought dream to life. Have Mad Max figures with G.I. Joe scale Mad Max vehicles.
So have we gone back up the questions?
Yeah.
No, I just don't want to talk about Mario Lego. Stop asking, Leo. It's a terrible question. No one likes
It's
Mario
not
Lego.
happening. You can't make Mario Lego happen.
But we can make WWF Lego happen.
Yeah.
Yes, back it for Andy.
It looks awesome.
Oh, I see that the other day. Is there like a Kickstarter or something for that?
Yeah, so it's like it's the Lego suggestions or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is I've started following the page and like suggest it. Come on, but like Lego have got it in the. If it gets enough signatures, then they'll put it into their sort of forward production or something like that. But it has to get like 10,000 votes on the Lego website to become a possibility of an idea.
But isn't it really mad? Like, there's like so many stages it has to go before. So even though you think you've got it, like it's like that kind of, you get it to 10,000, and that only gets put into like a group where they go, should we think about it? And then it's got to go through like another load of yes and no's, and then they've obviously got to pay WWE massive amount of money for the licensing.
But WWE,
the things are you know. You can just buy it from China.
China.
Well, China talk. Vix also said Tonka Steel Monsters, Dan.
Yeah, man. Steel monsters are cool. I've got a few steel monsters. I like the vehicles, even though they're kind of hard to get. But like, I'm not against this. I just find the figures are all vaguely sexual. But I suppose Mad Max is a bit like that. I mean, certainly Mad Max 2 is, and Thunderdome.
I was say, they're all scantily clad.
Fury Road wasn't super. Wasn't well. Maybe the Doof Warrior. I don't know. Yes, but yes, the Tonka Steel Monsters. Tonka Steel Monsters are cool.
But to say, Dan, this is literally Mad Max, just not called Mad Max.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm impressed Vic stayed around for an hour and a half.
I thought
he loves us, really.
Vic spent more time watching us talk rubbish than he does with my toy show.
Can you get me a beer, please? Yes, please.
That's fair play, Andy. Did you wait this whole stream just before you just say that live on there?
What was that? Did you just ask Claire to make you a sandwich? No, you did. Outrageous.
Getting beard.
Get back in the kitchen. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Please don't hurt me.
I'm still live on camera.
Please don't leave me. Not live on camera.
Right, I think we're looking to call it on the. Brad's putting there's the longest I've ever watched a stream. I think it's the longest I've ever been on a stream. We won't bore you guys anymore, and we'll let you go back to your evenings.
Could you just
I'm going to finish
Leo's last question there?
Yeah, I'm going to finish on Leo's last question. Okay. Question, Dan, are you going to sell that Voltron?
When I do, I'll offer it to you first, mate. I've said I would. I've still got some stuff for you, Akira stuff and Godzilla stuff. Still waiting for you. But you get.
What's going on? Hold on. Wait. What's going on here?
What, Godzilla?
Yeah.
You've already got it. It's one of the the full size hand puppets. You've already got one of them, I'm sure.
No, I'm not into that '98 Godzilla garbage.
It's from the real Godzilla, the proper film.
No, it's not Godzilla. He's just called Zilla. He's not even Godzilla.
It's not even Godzilla. It's no Godzilla. It's no Biomech. It's no Godzilla.
Nah, 98. Can't be talking about that '98 garbage.
Yeah.
Everyone hates it, but that toy line is actually well expensive.
It's quite expensive, yeah.
Yeah, some of the stuff is
like to get the big proper Zilla.
The
film
as well.
You have to watch it's all about the original Japanese ones. You can't that film is just some moody American. Even the new ones are good, a lot better than that. That '98 one. I mean, Leo said do one. It's garbage. It is absolute garbage.
I thought the 2014 one was quite good. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, the new ones are quite good. I mean, a lot of people say they're a bit far fetched, but I'm like, yeah, you should watch the Japanese ones from the 50s, 60s, 70s with people running around in rubber suits. If you think that's far fetched, so
you know it.
It feels like a weird criticism if you're going in to watch a film about a giant monster that breathes like nuclear fire and be like, it's a bit far fetched, mate. Yeah, it's Godzilla.
But yeah, it's a bit far fetched. But yet people will be like, yeah, and they'll say about Star Wars or about the Infinity War and that. It's like, yeah, none of it's real. Like,
Yeah.
It's all
Wait, what?
fake.
Yeah.
Tony Stark didn't give his life for saving all of us.
No, mate.
No, the virus. This is what happens when we're in
Thanos split.
snap right now.
No,
I think someone
yeah,
said that at the start of quarantine, like when everyone was being like really good and really like staying in and all that sort of stuff. I think someone said, watch Infinity War, watch the snap, and then go outside.
Yeah,
because there was like no cars about and nothing about.
I felt when I went out for the first time, I was like, it's full on 28 days later. You know what I mean? Just we go for walks. In fact, pretty soon we go for our daily exercise at about 10:30 when no one else is around. It's quite sinister. And I try and look as menacing as possible, like, you know, hood up, get a cigarette on. You know, I live in Spain. You got to represent.
Represent the massive.
Yeah.
Right,
just quickly, I completely forgot about this because we were talking about pickups and all that. My colleague messaged me on Sunday, sent me a photo via WhatsApp of some toys on a park bench where he was walking his dog, and said, "Are these any good to you?"
And I was like, "Is that how you got them?"
And I was like, "Yeah, I'll have them." So yeah.
What?
On a park bench.
On a park bench, yeah.
So you've actually picked up some hobo toys.
No, man.
That is amazing.
From somewhere, someone's waiting for a Hermes delivery that's never going to show up.
Someone's going to message saying my eBay thing didn't turn up.
Randomly, a couple of ladders from Snake Mountain and Grey Skull with them as well.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are missing your Thundercat package from eBay,
get them now.
If you're missing toy fairs and car boots, just have a wander around, check all the all the park benches in your local area. You'll find something. It'll be nice.
I did wonder that.
The more crazy thing is he said, "Oh yeah, they were there for a few days." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I forgot to tell you." He said, "They've been there since like Thursday or Friday, I think." He said, and he just kept walking past them in this. Wherever he walks his dog in this rural area.
Yeah, I've literally, Leo's just about to say what I was about to say. You have claimed them, haven't you?
No, not yet. I ain't. They haven't been out of the bag, to be fair.
You just had them all in your hands and you touched your face.
Fox piss and all that sort of stuff.
So Tom's got Wells disease now. We won't see him for a couple of years.
Oh, it's funny. Good find though.
Great find.
Strange
10 out of 10 for effort. Right. Okay, so let's wrap it up now. So thank you very much, guys, if you're still there watching. Sorry about the technical stuff at the start, but we got through it. Thanks for sticking around. Follow Andy's Toys and Models on Instagram, Mr. Dan Plastic on Instagram, Pizarro's Pieces on Instagram. Give them all a follow. And Andy and Tom are both on YouTube as well. Pizarro's Pieces, and it's Andy's Toy Bin, isn't it?
Yeah, don't look at that. It's crap.
Oh, mate, watch the Battle Beast episode from. It was awesome. It was better than this.
I like the Willow episode, mate. The Willow one was good. It was almost like you were genuinely surprised you still owned half of it.
But I don't even know I've got the Willow stuff. It's like, yeah, I walk past it every now and then, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got that.
There you go, Andy. There's a toy line you'd like to see, a proper Willow toy line.
They are proper toys.
They're all right. They're all right, I guess.
Guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Take it easy, guys.